The idea of time travel has fascinated humanity for centuries, sparking dreams, fears, and countless questions. From ancient legends to science fiction stories and modern scientific theories, the concept of moving forward or backward in time has always been a topic of great interest. But what would happen if it were truly possible? Could we witness historical events with our own eyes, correct past mistakes, or even uncover the secrets of the future? Or, as many theories warn, would we face unsolvable paradoxes that could jeopardize the very existence of reality? Time is one of the fundamental dimensions of our existence, yet it remains one of the most enigmatic and difficult concepts to understand. Since ancient times, humans have sought to measure and define it. The oldest civilizations developed tools to track time. The Egyptians used sundials to follow the movement of the sun during the day and water clocks to mark the hours at night. The Babylonians introduced the division of time into hours, minutes, and seconds, while the Romans perfected the use of sundials and solar clocks. Over the centuries, the accuracy of measurements improved, leading to the invention of mechanical clocks in the Middle Ages and, later, atomic clocks, which today allow for almost absolute precision. But despite technological advances, time continues to elude a definitive definition. Isaac Newton considered it an absolute entity, independent of events and uniform throughout the universe, an unstoppable and unchanging flow. This view was completely revolutionized by Albert Einstein in 1905 with the theory of special relativity. According to Einstein, time is not fixed, but depends on the observer's speed and the influence of gravity. The closer one gets to the speed of light, the slower time passes. This phenomenon, known as time dilation, has been experimentally verified with atomic clocks placed on artificial satellites, which measure time slightly differently than those on Earth's surface. In other words, an astronaut traveling at relativistic speeds could return to Earth to find that only a few years had passed for them, while centuries had elapsed on Earth. According to modern physics, time travel in one direction is already a reality. We are all traveling into the future, 1 second at a time. But the real question is, can we control our temporal journey? Can we go back in time or accelerate our advancement into the future? If traveling into the past were possible, numerous logical problems would arise immediately. One of the most famous is the so-called grandfather paradox. If you traveled back in time and prevented your grandparents from meeting, you would never be born, and thus could never take that action. This leads to a contradiction that seems impossible to resolve. To circumvent this problem, some theories propose the idea of parallel universes. According to this hypothesis, every time an event in the past is altered, a new timeline is created, branching off from the original reality. In this way, any change made in the past would not affect the future from which the traveler came. Others hypothesize a principle of self-consistency, according to which history cannot be changed. Any event that occurred in the past has already happened in a coherent manner, and the time traveler could not modify it in any way. Another possibility is that even if we managed to travel to the past, we would not be able to interact with it. We might only be spectators, like ghosts observing events without being able to alter them. There are many stories and legends about alleged time travelers. Some claim that unexplained historical anomalies could be proof of their existence. For example, there are ancient photographs and paintings in which modern objects, such as wristwatches or unknown technological devices, seem to appear. One of the most famous cases involves John Titor, an individual who, in the early 2000s, claimed on online forums to be a traveler from the future. He said he had come to our time to retrieve an old IBM 5100 computer, necessary to solve a problem in his world. He also made several predictions about the future, some of which never came true. Was he an imposter or truly a time traveler? The truth remains a mystery. While science fiction has accustomed us to imagining time machines and temporal portals, science imposes strict limits on these possibilities. One of the main obstacles is the second law of thermodynamics, which states that the entropy of the universe always tends to increase. This means that time naturally flows in only one direction, from the past to the future. Reversing this process would mean violating fundamental laws of physics, which, at least for now, seems impossible. However, some scientists hypothesize that wormholes, space-time tunnels predicted by general relativity, could allow time travel. These hypothetical passages could connect distant points in space and time, but they would be extremely unstable and would require a quantity of negative energy that we currently do not know how to generate. Although modern science suggests that, at least for now, we cannot travel back in time, research continues. Who can say what the future holds? If one day we discovered a way to manipulate the fabric of space-time, the implications would be extraordinary. We could witness the birth of the universe, explore lost civilizations, or even prevent disasters before they happen. Time travel remains one of the greatest mysteries of science. Perhaps one day we will find a definitive answer, or perhaps time itself will continue to defy our understanding. But one thing is certain: the fascination with this possibility will continue to stimulate our imagination for many generations to come. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel to avoid missing upcoming videos.